Hello, my friend, and welcome back. Today, I would like to discuss something that is going on currently in the world, but I do think that this concept is timeless. And I just felt really called that, I really needed to say something and to spread the word of a way that I feel is really important, in a way to bring the light that is really important right now. So, this video is being filmed. What's today's date? The 25th, February 25th, 2022. And, um, oh my gosh. Russia just invaded the Ukraine. That is what is happening in the world right now. Obviously, there's lots of other things happening, but that is one of the main things that is going on right now. And what I want to talk about is I think that there are multiple ways that you can help. Like, yes, of course, you can maybe donate to some causes or whatnot, but I think maybe one of the most powerful ways is for you to use your light. And the way that you use your light is to understand where your power lies. Your power lies in your words, your thoughts, and your actions. And that is what we need to use. That is our greatest weapon right now. So, let's start at the top. Let's start with Putin. Pray for Putin. And pray for not just that Putin does the right thing or backs off or anything like that. Pray that Putin's light that resides within him, pray that that light gets sparked and it kind of bleeds through the cracks. If you want to imagine, like I gave like the magma example, say Putin was made of magma and he was hardened and blackened on the inside, but that molten lava on the inside of him, would be the light, the God light within him. What we want is that God light to erupt from within him. We want it to be able to break down all of the blackness and the hardness that magma has been, and let the fresh light magma flow out within him. Now, the one thing that I am hearing is that while we are doing this, we also need to understand that everything happens for a reason, and we might think that Russia invading the Ukraine is bad, but remember that is only a judgment. It kind of just is. So we don't really know. So we don't necessarily want to say, Putin get out of Russia, or dictate exactly what the light coming from within him is going to look like. What we need to focus on is bringing the light within him out. That is what we want to focus on, because that is where we're going to get the highest possible outcome, is when we ignite the divine light within him. So that is what we want to focus on. So however you're seeing it in your mind is how you want to focus on it. You can imagine the lava. I actually like to imagine it as like a candle flame, a flicker, like igniting right from the heart center and then encompassing the whole body. Now, you don't have to go into a deep meditation to do this. Whenever maybe you see the news story or something comes up or you think about it, you can think about that. Igniting the light from within him, praying, that is my version of praying for him. And yes, pray for him as well. Pray for God to be with him. Pray for the angels to be with him. Because I think it's really easy to turn the hate on someone like that. It is really easy to be like, you're doing the wrong thing, and look at all the innocent lives you're about to take or that you have taken already. Look at the families you're dividing. Look at the people you're displacing from your home. Look at the unrest that you're now inciting within your own country. It's really easy to focus on that, and it's really easy, but when you focus on those things, you are feeding that negative energy. We need to be really careful right now what energy we are feeding, and we need to feed the light. So, by praying, by showing compassion, Putin is going after all of these things because he has not discovered where power comes from. He doesn't know that power comes from within. He is seeking power from outside of himself under the cloak of unity. But we know that bombs don't equal unity. You know, unity comes from peace. Unity doesn't come from invasion. He also doesn't know that. This is what we need to pray for him for. We need to and during my meditation, I was focusing and asking God, please help Putin to find the power within him, to go into his power that resides within him, and to feel that true power that resides within his heart. This way, when someone understands that power comes from within them, they no longer seek power from outside of them. Why would you be seeking something in a place where you're not going to find it? And once you understand that, once you've accepted that, that is where the true change comes into. And that's what we need to pray for. And we need to pray for not just Putin, but also, I'm going to say this wrong, this adversaries, adversaries. There we go. Adversaries. We need to also pray for his adversaries. All political people are surrounded by other people trying to, guide them. Let's pray for them too. Let's pray that they also find their power within. Let's pray that their light within their heart is also ignited and that they are able to steer Putin in a lighter direction. And that applies, that's why I'm saying this video applies to everything. That applies to any rule, like any political leader, any leader or boss, or any way you can pray for your boss at work, anything. Whenever someone is doing something wrong, condemning them is not the answer. Showing that compassion, using your spirituality to understand where they are coming from. That is true compassion, is understanding. Like, Putin is just, I see Putin as a scared little boy that thinks that the only way that he can be great is to have power over people. And that is not true. But would you condemn a scared little child? And, be like, you don't deserve anything, you're awful, you're evil. No, we wouldn't do that to a child. So when you see these leaders acting that way, understand, use your spirituality, use your discernment to understand where they are coming from, and then to show them compassion and pray for them from a place of compassion, not from a place of condemning them. Same thing for their adversaries. So this can apply, you can apply it, I live in the United States, to the POTUS, anyone, and it can trickle down. So that's why it is like really pertinent right now, today, but this is actually a timeless concept. The next thing that we want to move down into is obviously praying for the people of the Ukraine, igniting the light within them. Let's pray that no matter what, they feel the comfort and grace of the Lord that is always with them. That the Lord, understand that God and the universe, the divine, whatever you want to call it, is with those people so strongly right now. God will never leave those people. So let's pray that they feel his presence, and that they are able to lean into his presence, and that they are able to stand up for their country in the way that they need to. That takes courage. That takes bravery. That takes the grace of God. So let's pray that they feel that grace of God with them every single moment of what is going on right now. And then let's spread it into Russia. The citizens of Russia are rising up. They are speaking out in a country where it is dangerous to speak up. We don't understand this. When you live in a country like the United States, it is hard to even conceive of the fact that how difficult it is to speak up in a country where it is punishable. They punish people. And you're going to be like, oh, well, they're punishing people in the U.S. process. Not really. Think about all the protests that go on. Think about all of the nasty things that are being said on the internet. The U.S. government is not hunting them down and killing them and putting them in jail when you post a meme making fun of the president. We very much have freedom of speech. And think about the courage the Russian citizens are invoking. Think about the grace and the light that they are drawing up inside of them to speak out against what their country is doing to the Ukraine. That is the ultimate courage. We need to pray for them as well. Let their courage be fueled by the fire of the divine. Let them understand that the angels are with them. Let's pray for Archangel Michael to be with every single person that is rising up against the government right now. Let's pray for that. That is where we need to put our focus on. And that is where, not the condemning and how that's awful. Or someone said to me the other day, and I just wanted to, if I could have flicked them out of my universe, I would have. That's not the compassionate thing to do. But they were like, we're always going to be at war. We've been at war since the beginning of time. It is human nature. Well, newsflash, we're evolving. There's a lot of things that we used to do since the beginning of time that we no longer do, that we have been improving upon of. So I will never, ever, ever condemn myself, and I will never condemn humanity, and I will never give up on the fact that we are evolving past our human, animalistic nature, because we are both. But we have this beautiful thinking mind. We have this discernment. We have intuition. We also have ego, but that is what we are awakening to. Then hey, I can use the ego to serve me. I can become aware to the ego, and then I can choose to go forth. This is awakening. This is enlightenment. This is evolution. So do I think that tomorrow people are going to be cured of it? No. But do I think that we're forever condemned to hurt each other? Absolutely not. We are here to heal the scarcity mindset. We are here to heal the power seeking from without in our outside world. Once we start to heal those things, and you heal it one person at a time, starting with yourself, when you heal that mindset, you are helping heal the collective. And if you think about it, the trickle-down effect of healing that feeling of scarcity, that scarcity mindset, I think that probably about 99% of dark things that go on in our world will cease to exist. Because why would I want to take something from you when I know that I have it, when I know that I have everything right here, right now? And when you heal the power mindset, when you know where to seek power, you no longer seek it in places that you're not going to find it. So these are the things that we need to focus on. This is the light we are meant to bring. This is the light we are meant to hold. Because remember, we are all children of God. Putin included is a child of God. And Putin is here to play a role. If Putin is here to help to teach us this, to help to teach us where to find power, to help to teach us the ultimate compassion, then we could never label what he is doing as wrong. But that doesn't mean that we can't pray for the light within him to totally encompass his body and soul, and for him to act in that way, to ignite the compassion within him, to understand that, he's not the one that's going to be hurt in all of this. It is his people. It is the Ukrainian people, it's innocent people, it's families. These are the people that are the true casualties of war. And how could you ever put your ego in front of someone's life? How could you ever do that? You do that because you are so hardened on the outside, because you think you're going to find something and you are looking in the wrong place, and your ego, you get wrapped up. It's a snowball. It's a snowball effect. It starts with a little grain of sand, a little grain of the need for power, and the next thing you know, you are freaking leading a country to invade an innocent country. And you are and you have now convinced yourself that you are doing it in the name of that other country. Putin is not doing it with the thing of sitting back going, I'm the most evil dictator. No, he's fully convinced himself that he is doing it for the good of the Russian people, for the good of Russia, for the good of the Ukraine. That is what he has convinced himself of. He is being delusional, so we need the light to break through that delusion. And that is where these practices come in. That is where I encourage you, every time you hear about this today, think about it. Picture Putin. Think about that light being sparked inside of him and overcoming him with the light of the divine. Say a little prayer. Dear Lord, please be with Putin and his adversaries. Please be with the Russian people that are rising up. Please be with the Russian people that are too scared to say with anything. Please be with the Ukrainian people as they go through this, and as they now have to fight for their lives and fight for their country, and probably be fighting a losing battle. Pray for what is going to happen. Pray for the light to ignite. Ignite that light. That is our mantra. Ignite the light. Ignite the light. Ignite the light. You like that? So that is our message for today. And yes, this is very pertinent to what's going on today, but this can be applied to any time except for the time that we've evolved past this. But who knows if we'll even be watching YouTube videos then. So, my name is Anne, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.